kids can be assholes. So this is one of those, hold on, before you cast judgment, why did they end up saying this?
It also could be like an overbearing parent type
Of
issue,
course.
like where he's like, oh, I just, it's Christmas and I just want my son to tell me that he loves me because I suck at life, whatever.
I don't think I'd ever tell one of my kids to go burn in hell unless they like really crossed me. Like you have to, for that kind of behavior for me, you have to want it.
Yeah,
I've always said,
exactly.
The human race is divided in two distinct sexes, male and female. While the typical man is a simple creature, there exists a subgroup, the nice guy, a dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex, allegedly. However, they are dismissed and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone. Joe, Jason, and Manny are the last of the nice guys.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in for a new fantastic episode of The Last of the Nice Guys. Subbing in again for Joe, wherever the hell he is. I'm Jason. With me is Manny, and we're here to discuss a funny topic to palate cleanse all that funky, deep talk we've had before. Without further ado, episode 75. All right, there you go. That's my Joe Taro, or Joe, I should say, intro, as smooth as I can be. Right? Today's topic is 13 toxic parents who will make you feel really, really grateful for your semi-normal family. This article comes from yahoo.com/lifestyle. It's a funny topic. I thought it was gonna be good. We got a little deep. We want to have some fun. So, Manny, do you want to say anything to the listeners before we get into it?
Okay. Yes, hi.
Fantastic.
It's Manny. How's it going out there? Thank you for all our listeners and viewers and everything else in between. Hello, guys. I hope you've been enjoying the content that we've been putting out there. The Dr. Manny specials have been doing exceptionally well.
Exceptionally well, actually.
Yes,
I think you guys made it very, very clear that you don't hear my voice or Joe's voice. All you care about is Manny's voice, because the episode 1 and 2 shot up the charts. It's in the upper top quarter of the episodes. We haven't had a chart topping like that in a hot minute. And they both kind of like they're following each other up. I think it's kind of finally flatlined, but it was racing up there. You guys really do enjoy it, so we really appreciate it. Please send us your stories and your comments, whether it's advice or you just want to express a story and hear Dr. Manny's response. I am there in spirit, and I speak when addressed. But other than that, I'm just there to record it so I can do it. So Dr. Manny specials 1 and 2 are there. Email us, lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com, with your story. We've got another one actually that's getting ready to come through. We are right now trying to do one Dr. Manny a month. So, and if you guys really, really, really like it, let us know, and we will spin it off to its own podcast. I mean, independent of Last of the Nice Guys. It's worthwhile. So it's up to you guys. Let us know. And what was your phrase? You're always here to help. I don't know. What was it?
I have a phrase.
Yeah, you did. You did it in the first episode. You didn't do it in the second episode. You did it in the second first episode. I don't know, whatever. Anywho,
man.
Let's get to that topic.
When I did my
yeah, Dr. Phil kind of like thing. Yes,
my Dr. Phil.
I'm always here to assist you, or something like that. You said something at the end. It was really funny.
I gotta look at that again.
Well, you have to look at it, because that should be your ending.
I'm here to do whatever you want, and I'm here to express myself.
I know that's right.
I'm here to help you help yourself, but I need you to help me help you in helping you help yourself.
That's right. Cash me outside. All right. So, no, stupid. All right. So, number one, this dad who flipped out on his son for not calling him on Christmas, even though he was working a 12-hour shift.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Listen. So he's working a 12-hour shift on Christmas and his dad flipped out because he didn't get a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would immediately be like, do you call me when you're working?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even come at me with the whole I'm the parent, you're the child nonsense. I don't care. Like, what is the point? I'm working 12 hours. Why are you bothering me?
It's funny because when I read this, it reminded me my son, my youngest, his former stepdad. I don't know how to explain this. It's a long story. Basically, he had sent a message to him or a picture or something, and he was working. The guy knows he works, and he was sent like one or two messages. Are you ignoring me? Like, what's up? That's messed up. He goes, bro, I was working. We're not allowed to have our phones at our place of business. What are you talking about? So when I read that, I was like, that's funny. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, it also could be like an overbearing parent type
of
issue,
course.
like where he's like, oh, I just, it's Christmas and I just want my son to tell me that he loves me because I suck at life, whatever. That is one of those like helicopter parent no-nos. Like, that's stop that shit. Like, just leave it alone. He's being an adult. You're training him to be a man. Let him be a man. That's it. Like, just stop it. Like, that's annoying. That whoever did that.
Yeah. Number two, the mom who wants to give grandma and grandpa horse dewormer. It gets a little deeper than this. My grandparents have been sick with a cold since Thanksgiving. They got retested for COVID today. It turned out positive. My anti-vax mom wants to give them ivermectin. Ivermectin. Okay, never heard of it. You know about that? What do you know about? Wait. What do you know about horse dewormer?
Okay, so this is the whole political Joe Rogan Trump nonsense that started way back when Trump was still in office.
Okay.
As a secondary or a supplemental treatment to COVID, back in the day when no one knew anything and everybody was just spewing ideas. Yes. I don't even know why this even came out or how it started, or someone was like, what's a good idea to get rid of COVID? Ivermectin. Haha, I'm very smart. You're stupid. Take it.
Horse dewormer.
Right. So I don't understand why it started, but this was like a while back during like the whole COVID nonsense. No one knows, when the shots first started and everybody's like, oh, don't get the COVID shot. Take ivermectin. What? Yeah, it was a whole big ordeal that was just incredibly stupid. But
I didn't know
for that person, yeah, you're an idiot. That's all I gotta say.
Well, it's funny because number three is, and this dad who actually gave his child horse dewormer for Christmas.
That guy should just get his ass kicked.
Yep. So that was
give it to
three.
A child.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. I don't know. Number four, this mom who really just told her child to burn in hell on Christmas.
Wow, why are all these around Christmas?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me just see. What was this? This is because this is December 29. That's why.
Okay.
That's why. This is all Christmas. This is all Christmas themed. Burn in hell on Christmas. Man. Now listen. Kids can be assholes. So this is one of those. Hold on, before you cast judgment. Why did they end up saying this? So that's the thing. You have to ask why. Is it cool? No, not really. Oh, okay. Nope. I'm bringing here. Okay, so here it is. She sends it to her child. You're going to burn in hell for not picking up the phone when your mother calls you. Furthermore, your nana must be turning over in her grave. She thought your love and compassion were beyond description. I hope my mom can get some rest. I guess you can block me from this too, just like your phone. Merry Christmas. So that's what it is. It looks like, I mean, all right, hold on. All right, let's, clearly there's something going on. The screenshot this person put, but they're ignoring them. So for whatever reason, it could be because they're toxic. And I'm fully against it. Is that I don't believe in family like that. Blood is thicker than water. You need to tolerate and blah 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 and forgive and forget. No. So we don't know what she did, and there's a good chance she probably deserved it. You crossed a particular line with your kid. What do you think about burn in hell, Merry Christmas? I mean, we had touched on this a long time ago. It kind of like, I don't know what your situation is right now with your oldest son, but it kind of like dovetails into that. It's kind of like something that you've expressed on this podcast before.
So unfortunately, him and I are still not talking. It's been about a year, sadly, but he's a grown up. He can make his own decisions. We'll go from there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk bad about him. I'm not gonna say, anything negative about him. I love my son. That's neither here or there. But he made decisions on his own, and he is where he is. I have never texted him or called him or to be like, all right, you don't want to talk to me, go kill yourself. Like that's not something you tell your children, man. Like,
if you're frustrated, that's just frustration. I'm not warranting it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I'd ever tell one of my kids to go burn in hell unless they like really crossed me. Like, you have to, for that kind of behavior from me, you have to want it. I've always said, exactly. I've always said this. Really, you need to want it for me to go that far with you.
But I don't even think like in a moment of anger and rage and aggravation, those words would come out of my mouth. Maybe something to the terms of like, go play in traffic, or and watch the outcome happen. It'll probably be better than this conversation. Something stupid to that nature. But to sit there and like attack them and be like, oh, go burn in hell or go kill yourself or whatever. Like, you got to understand, especially in today's generation, these kids are so sensitive. The moment you say something like that, they're going to start crying. They're going to go hide in a corner somewhere. They're going to drink themselves to sleep and then cry about it to their friends. Like, it's going to be something stupid. And the next thing you know, like, you get a phone call from some random person, a friend of theirs or whatever. I can't believe you said that to him. What kind of parent? Shut the fuck up. Like, I know you're not coming at, like, who are you? Like, who are you? So who are you? Today's generation, they don't have the backbone for those kind of things. So yeah, I definitely couldn't say anything like that out of aggression and out of anger. But damn, I mean, you have to warrant something like that for that kind of like, but I don't even like if my son crashed, like, if my son stole my car and crashed it, like, I still couldn't get that out, like, oh, you know what, burn in hell for crashing my car. I couldn't.
I hope you stub your motherfucking toe. That's what you would say.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what? I hope every corner in this house you stub your toe on it. Just every corner, not just every corner, just bam, bam, and you just whatever. And the same toe, not each different one, as same toe. Like, but to burn in hell, like that, that's over the top.
Yeah,
that's over the top. True. Like, number 5. Like I said, I'm comical, so I don't know. I dovetail on random things.
That's true. You're right. Number 5, this aunt who went from Merry Christmas to give me your mother's ashes right now. Yeah.
The aunt?
Yes.
Told the child to give me your mother's ashes.
Yep. I was wondering, this is the message. I was wondering, where do you have the ashes, and you seem to have moved on with your lives, and if you don't want blank's ashes around, just give them to Barbara, and we will take care of her. We will put her in a safe place, because it looks like her ashes are not in a safe place, whatever that means. So
are they hanging on the edge of the table or the bookshelf or something?
No, I think what it is that they might have been too close to the kitty litter. And we can't guarantee that some of the ashes didn't get into the kitty litter. Who knows? But that's some funny shit right there. Give me your mother's ashes right now.
Wow. I don't even know. Like,
So I mean, it all depends upon. I mean, we all have different concepts of what of acceptable behavior. Maybe where they have it is acceptable to them, but not acceptable to the aunt, the sister of the mother. Maybe that's what it is.
I get that, but mind your damn business in the house, man. Like, you don't live here, you don't pay rent, you don't, like, first of all, it's your sibling. You grew up with this person. I get that. It's my parent. You know, I grew up my entire life with this person. They raised me. I came from their womb, and you're fighting with allegedly, yeah, you know, because science, flat Earth, yes, and but that's harsh, man. Like, how do you tell a child, or not a child, but like, you know, the offspring of your sibling to give me their ashes? Like, that just
that's what I'm saying. There's certain behaviors that's kind of disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I reserve judgment to, because I don't know, maybe they are disrespecting her ashes. Who knows? Maybe they don't care about the ashes. But there is some levels of disgusting that only family can invite upon your world. You know. So yeah, I think it's just it's odd. But then again,
because
we don't know what's going on with the ashes.
Right. Because the other thing is, like, it could be just something as simple as, like, I would have never kept it in the living room. It gets too hot.
Yeah.
It deserves to be in the room where it's cooler, on the shelf right next to the vent of the air conditioner.
Or that needs to be a shrine, or maybe it needs to be a shrine or something. And
yeah.
Or you know what it could be? Traditions. It could be a traditional thing, like a cultural thing, like where the shrine should be like left out a certain way with certain things and amenities put out. You're not doing it. It could be that. Honestly, it could be a cultural thing, which is really funny. Number 6.
If it's not, this person's an idiot.
Yeah, person is an idiot. Number 6, the mom that does not respect the fact that her child needs to split their time on the holidays. So here's the text. All right. This is from mom. Just don't bother coming over. She's now going to ruin my Christmas. I've been running around for her all fucking day. Have fun with your new family. I'm fucking done. You're a shit starter for even repeating anything in my eyes. Fuck you. This is mom to daughter.
Oh, I was gonna say I was like, if that's mom to dad, that's fine, but no. Mom to daughter.
All because I have 2 Christmases I have to go to, and she's and she called her family white trash. So that's what this is. I mean, I've been there in a way where my time is either not respected, or she felt a certain way about, it might be she, I mean kid's mom, about certain things. Has she ever like said anything like this to my boys that I'm aware of? No. Has she said anything like this to me that I can remember? Sort of, kind of, because I've never, me and you both agree on this. I've never understood the fixation on the actual day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The holiday for me is the concept. As long as I'm celebrating it in and around the holiday season or the holiday itself, I'm fine. I never needed the day. My kid's mom, however, the day meant everything. It had to be the day. I want the day, but what does the day mean? Like, honestly, a day before, the weekend after, who cares? As long as you can say, I celebrated Christmas with my child, I celebrated Easter with my child, that's really all that matters. You know, I'm not saying I'm a couple months later, but I never understood the fixation on the day. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's just a society thing, you know.
True.
That's just the big issue there. How people just like with Hallmark cards and buying flowers for like Valentine's Day or whatever. Like that's all you're feeding into that empire. And
right.
That's stupid. You know, you really want to cripple those people, you know, don't celebrate on their day. Like, that's it. You know, but for me, it's like, I mean, I've been there before. My thing is, it's a little different though, because I'll agree to do the time split on the day of and know that it's not going to happen. And when it doesn't happen, I'm not all pissed off about it, because I'll be like, all right, cool, I'll just get them tomorrow. You know, whatever, like, no big deal for me. Because that whole spending time on the day, like, it's not, why? Like, even Christmas, because people are like, oh, you know, you can only open presents on blah blah blah, you know, the night for Spanish people, Noche Buena, and the next morning for everybody else.
Noche Buena. You said Noche Buena. You're so fucking stupid.
That's what it's called, man.
Noche Buena. Is that what it is? What is that? I thought you were being a dick.
No, that's what it's called. It's called Noche Buena.
I've never heard of that before. Noche Buena.
Because you're not Hispanic, bro.
Listen, did you not see my post? I mean,
yeah,
I identify as I look Dominican and I identify as Mexican. Fight me.
All right, well then all right, I'll fight you because you don't even know what Noche Buena is.
all I want now is a nachos Bel Grande from Taco Bell. That's all you maybe want now.
No, Mexican pizza. They brought it back. Remember?
Oh, fuck that. Wrong podcast. All right, next one. Number 7. The mom who wasn't there for her sick kid. All right. Here's the text. It says, being the bigger person is honestly so exhausting. Hi, mama. I wanted to let you know that I'll be coming home for Christmas tonight, but also that, to be blunt, I am also not interested in celebrating Christmas with you this year.
Wow.
I'm not saying this to be mean or hurtful or to make you feel bad, but this has been the worst year of my life, and you just haven't been there. I'm not upset or bitter, but I would like to save my energy for the people who have actively supported me as actively supported me as I've gotten sick. I still love you very, very much, and I hope you have a happy Merry Christmas. You can keep whatever you're planning to give me. I have everything that I need already. And her mom replies, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for the great gift. So that's why I started laughing, because I got nervous. But here's the thing. She's having a horrible year, or he or she, I don't know. This individual having a horrible year, and their mother wasn't there for them, you know what I'm saying? And this is how they feel. So they're going to come back, but listen, please don't associate with me because, you know, I feel like you have not been there, and I really just don't. I get it, wanting to be around people who, you know, actively support you and care, you know, so I agree. What do you think about this rather humorous text?
So this was the child telling.
What's going on? What are you looking off camera for? No dead air.
You don't hear that?
I do, but what is that?
I have no idea.
It's not your dog?
I think no. I think
it sounds like somebody knocking with sleigh bells. Maybe it's Santa.
They're all I hear is explosions and a revving of a car. So I don't know if World War III is happening right outside my building. No, this is what I'm hearing. That's why I'm like, what's going on?
Coming to you live from Hialeah or wherever you live. I don't even know where the fuck you live.
Holy crap. So anyways, yeah. So this was the daughter telling the mom.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, it's harsh, but I understand. But I also there needs to be more context there. Like, why was the mother not around? Was she a shit mom? Was she just were you guys having an argument and you just didn't talk to your mom and then just kind of blamed your mom for not being around, even though you refused to talk to her throughout the rest of the year? Like, what actually happened? Like,
I mean, it's a very cordial text to say, listen, just let's exist, but don't ask me to participate in anything, you know, fun with you. I've been there where I was like, listen, I don't want to participate in any of this stuff. I'm just here. Leave me be, kind of thing. So I empathize with the text. And of course, you see the mother just said, okay, Merry Christmas. Thanks so much for the gift. As in being, you know, of course, passive aggressive, but she could have easily said, you know, go fuck yourself, go stay at a hotel. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, it's again, we always have the why. We're this is a joke, but you know, again, when you come to these things, you need context, the why, or as Manny would say, but why? So, you know, why? Moving on, number 8. Oh, this is really bad. They're all about moms. This was not my intention.
Yeah, they say fathers are the pieces of shit.
I know. Number 8, the mom who used the worst emoji possible to relay that she had COVID and possibly infected her whole family. So, what did she use? Okay, well, this is stupid, but anyway, she goes, the test came back negative, and she did the smiling tongue face, bleh, kind of thing. So she's like, you mean negative? She's no, I have COVID, and you all have COVID too. So I guess it was more tongue in cheek, You know what I'm saying? She was saying it in jest, even though she probably was. And this is probably
That's
and
still
this is
pretty
back.
funny.
Yeah, but this is back when like COVID was like a little more flared up. This is 2021, so I get it. I get why she It says just had dinner with my mom, abuela, cousin, and two friends. Abuela and mom were feeling sick yesterday, so mom got a rapid test, and this is how she decided to tell me, "Hey, I got COVID." Bleh. Pretty much. So get yourself tested, bitch.
Wow.
It is what it is. Come on, I don't even take it's. Well, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. Number 9, the mom who sent an extremely hurtful text exchange about her daughter to her daughter called her about her abusive behavior towards me growing up, and she sends me this between her and her dad. Okay, good. So let's see what it says. Every dime I spent on her, everything I did for her, fuck that bitch. Wish the tornado had gotten her instead. Fuck.
Wow.
Take down every picture of her. She's not allowed in this house. She's not allowed to contact anybody. So the response, okay, well, she has about burned her bridge with everybody, even whoever the hell Terry is, said she needed to get her head out of her ass, and he's not going to take care of her no more. She's burnt the bridge with me. Okay. So basically it's a conversation between mother, or called her out about her abusive behavior towards me growing up, and she sends me this between her and her dad. So wish the tornado, listen to me, wish the tornado
Ouch.
gotten her instead.
Ouch.
I wish you died instead of X. The funniest thing about it, it was probably like a pet, like Poochie.
Right.
Lived and died.
Oh man, that's harsh, man.
Damn.
Oh, I don't even know what to say about that. You hear the sirens now?
Nope. Yes, I do.
I told you, World War III is going right outside. I don't know what's going on.
Make sure you mark yourself safe on Facebook when it's all over and done, okay? So everybody knows.
Jesus. I don't even know how I feel about that one. That was super harsh, man.
Yeah, that's some sick stuff right there. That sucks.
I got a gut punch. Like I just
yep. I hope the tornado got you instead. Which means somebody clearly died from a tornado. Like you're like wishing death. That's crazy.
And they're more upset at the fact that it wasn't you.
Yes. Yes.
Not that person or that it or whatever
it died from it. The cow died.
You survived it.
I wish my cow didn't die. I wish you did. Damn. Number 10. This mom who seems to have been looking for a reason to be angry. My mom ignored me on Christmas and all my attempts to contact her for 3 days after, just because I sent her a generic Merry Christmas text. Because before I called her the same day, she got the calls. She just pretended like she didn't. Okay. This is some overbearing, stupid shit. Here it is.
That's petty.
Yeah. Okay. She's just being a baby. Okay. Yeah, that's all it is. So, I mean, what else do you want? Merry Christmas, insert family member here. You're the best thing in the world, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I don't even send that shit out in general because I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? So.
Some people do that though. Like, I hate bringing him up, but my father's one of those people where he's just like, if you don't call me or you don't, say anything to me, then, you might as well not even bother the rest of the year. And it's just like, the phone works 2 ways, man. Like, why can't you just contact me? Like, what is the point of this?
Yes.
Why are we going about this charade?
Yes. That's what I find funny. And this goes with family, friends, maybe some coworkers, and dating. Oh, well, you ghosted me. Yeah. Did you reach out? Did you reach out to me as well? Like, what are you talking about? Me and my ride or die, we just got back off of a several month hiatus, not being friends, or not talking, right? And we went out, and she's one of those that gets super emotional sometimes when she drinks. Sometimes it all comes out. So she brought up the fact that we weren't talking, and she's like, "Don't you know how much you mean to me? How much it hurt me for us not to be talking?" And I said, "Hey, I wasn't mad at you." I said, And B, did you try to reach out? I said, I don't remember you. I don't remember you reaching out. I don't remember you calling me. She goes, well, why did you reach out? I said, okay, hold on. Again, I didn't reach out and you didn't reach out. Now, if you reached out and I didn't respond, I'm the one who's mad. It's all on me. You didn't reach out either. And I said, and that's just the reality of it, is that nobody reached out. So I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming me. But what I'm saying though is that you can't come out here now and be telling me it's all my fault that you got your feelings hurt because I didn't talk to you, because you didn't reach out. You didn't try to contact me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't try to contact you. And it was a two-way thing. And that's how some people are. So I find it that's the most irritating thing. Well, you didn't call me. Do you have a phone? You didn't text me. Did you reach out to me? You don't get to take the high road unless I ignored or left you on red. Then you get the high road. But if you didn't reach out either, all right, then we good.
No, what I really hate is it was on my social media. Really?
What was on the social media?
Like whatever the problem was, like, oh, you didn't reach out to me when I was going through blah blah blah.
Oh no.
No. Okay. Again, the phone works two ways. No. Well, it was everybody asked, everybody else knew about it, and okay, so that makes it even worse because you mentioned it to everybody else. No, I just made a post on social media. So we're on that level now that we're no longer personal. Like you have to spread it to the world before you have a personal conversation with me.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time looking through Facebook and IG to see if everybody's okay.
It's not just that. It's not even just that though. Is that you're assuming that when you posted it, it appeared on your feed. Exactly.
Right.
That's not the way feeds work at all. And you should know that better than anybody. You know, there are people that you're close to that you'll never see their stuff because it's buried by other crap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, are you serious? No, you want somebody to know something, you let them know.
Right. And I've again, this happened with my father. You know, it's just like, oh, we had a hurricane, blah, blah, blah. And this happened and that happened. And everybody was so, you know, how are you doing? Can we help you? And where's my firstborn son? Never around. Didn't call me. Didn't say nothing. You know, said hurricane also affected me. And I've got your grandchildren in the house. Did you even bother seeing how we were doing?
Oh, snap. What did he say? What did he say?
Nothing. He said absolutely nothing. And I said, and you're supposed to be the grown-up here, right? Like the more mature person. And he's like, well, your sister came down. So my sister has no children. So of course she can come and go as she pleases. I am with your 3 grandchildren trying to survive the no power that we didn't have for those 2 weeks, you know, trying to figure out how we were going to eat and what we were going to eat. Did you even bother saying anything? No. Am I going to sit here and call you the piece of crap that I think that you are off the top of my head? No. But
I love it. You know, I love it when people get called back out of their shit. That's great.
Yeah, it was so funny. And you know, right, that was like the cutoff for me, because I was like, you know what, man, like if this is the kind of person you're going to be, I don't really want you around my children. Like that's just it. You don't benefit them, you don't benefit me. All you're doing is causing stress.
Yeah.
I don't need it. They don't need it. It's fine. Like when they grow up and they make their own decisions and they want that stress in their lives, okay, guys, you'll see. Go ahead. But this, I just brought up a memory.
Yep, I can tell you vented.
Hit me right there.
Number 11. This mom who's doing a great job at pushing her children even further away. Does she think that talking to me like this will make me want to come home? And this is actually funny. This actually hits home for me. Let me see here. So, and this I've seen this text between my kids' mom and them. There it is. So when are you coming home? I'm not sure. We'll probably do our Christmas on Christmas Eve. Her response: this is such bullshit. You are not married. You need to get your ass home for Christmas Eve, or I will take your gifts back. I don't even know who you are anymore. You are so brainwashed. I mean, you live with him, blank. What is there to get that he hasn't already gotten? And lastly, if your grandmother dies or me, you will have the weight on your shoulders for the rest of your life that you did not want to come home and be with your family at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Shame on you. And all she said was, I'm not sure. We'll probably do our Christmas on Christmas Eve. Now, of course, there's context here. You don't know exactly why that was the explosion, but why does it hit home? Because I've seen my kid's mom reach out to them and say, hey, when are you coming back? And they'll be like, oh, I don't know. And she'll throw her hands and be like, oh, I give up. I give up on trying to get you guys to come home. I give up on it. I'm just like, and this is stuff that I've either seen or I've heard from them. And I've said, I always ask, like, as a parent, if your child doesn't want to come home, instead of shaming them or making them feel bad, and I'm telling you, my kid's mom does this to them, makes them feel bad. I don't want to say she bullies them, but she guilt trips them into doing things and going places. It's a guilt trip, you know what I'm saying? And I will say this: if they don't want to come back or be in your presence, you don't think instead of chastising them, maybe you'd address with them, hey, what's up? Why aren't you coming home? Why aren't you spending, equal time with X, Y, and Z and me? What's really going on? Get to the nitty-gritty of it. Find out. And I'm not saying it's your fault. It probably is your fault though, but I'm not saying it's your fault. But what I am saying is, before you chastise, understand. Ask, what I'm saying? Ask the context. For all you know, she's obsessed with her boyfriend, and she's all about him. Or maybe you're just stressful and you don't know when you want to go back over there because it's just not a good time, or you're treating him a certain way, or maybe he's uncomfortable. You have to ask that question. But this text really reminds me, because I've seen this and I've heard this, like, address it, because clearly there's a disconnect there, and find out what the issue is. I don't know.
Yep. Absolutely, man. I agree with that. Like, again, kind of hits home for me because before my son moved out, he kind of did the same thing where he was just non-existent for the holidays.
Right.
And I mentioned to him, I was like, it's if you don't do it for me, do it for your sisters. They adore you, they love you. It would mean more to me that you're here for them. I don't, holidays for me, it's just another day, celebrate, another thing to celebrate, not a big thing. I don't care. Do it for the kids. But I always told them, I was like, yo, just come here for them. I'm not gonna shame you. I'm not gonna, demean you in any shape or form.
Right.
Just come over for them. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do that in my own private time, cry in my pillow.
You burn in hell.
Go kick rocks, the biggest one. Which rock? You see that big one over there? That one.
God.
But it's just, it's just that see this actually the article is like, these 13 parents make you appreciate the ones that you do have. Like, this is legit shit. Like, I couldn't, if I had a parent that was like this, I'd be like, I'm never coming over again, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. Like,
we can maybe FaceTime, but that's about it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you I was like, hit when I call you on the FaceTime, just hit hi, Merry Christmas, and then bye. That's it. Like, it's horrible. Oh, these poor parents, these poor kids.
All right, number 12. This mom who is blaming everyone but herself for being cut out of her. Sorry, being cut out of her family. These things are just funny. They're tickling me. My mom's blaming me for my brother not wanting her around his newborn twins. I cut her out my life this year. My brother did so years ago. And I've said it very clear. And I've said this, and it's not about shaming my kid's mom, but if she continues going down the route that she's going down, this is going to be her future. This is going to be her future, because as my boys age, it's clear that they want to spend less and less time. They want to play lip service to their mother as opposed to, engaging with their mother. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is her future, especially if she begins becoming more and more like her mom, a busybody,
know everything person,
toxic individual, So it's funny. So it goes, well, I hope you're proud of yourself. This is what she said to daughter. Well, I hope you're proud of yourself. Everyone is mad at me because of you, because of shit you've said, and I don't even know what it is. I can't even see my grandkids because you've got them believing all kinds of BS. I find it funnier that I just found out your brother told you to F off. You went around telling lies, and you have never cared one bit about your brother, but you used him to try to get sympathy. How's that working out? So And again, this is funny because sure, your daughter can probably be spreading lies about you. But if nobody's coming to you and saying, hey, this is what's being said, what's really going on, they're believing it. I'll say what I say. If they're just believing it off the cuff without confirming with you, trust but confirms, and it's a new phrase I got. That means that you are a certain person that it's believable, and I don't agree with that. I never agree with, all right, well, friggin' Joe called you a bald piece of shit. You should believe me. No, you should be like, listen, I didn't like the way that sounds. What's up? This is what I was told. You don't have to throw somebody on the bus, get the other side. But if they're believing it off the bat, it's got to be something about your personality that's screaming, yeah, this sounds like you, kind of a thing. So
I never gave in and fed into that nonsense where it's like, he said, she said nonsense. It's like, all right, this person said something about me negative or whatever. I'm going to find out where it came from. Confront people about it, man. Like this parent that just is just like, oh, I heard this happen. So you're poisoning the children so they have a bad view of me, this and that. And again, this hits home for me because I've dealt with that in my family.
Yep.
So it's just like, I mean, if you're the kind of person that believes everything you're told, then maybe that's who you are. Like you just said, if you're not willing to confront people about it and you're not willing to clear the air or at least have an understanding, that's you 100%. And you might as well just put on your strap up your boots and keep it walking.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I empathize, because if it was up to me, my kids would never see their nana ever again. If it was up to me, never. Because of just the history and the nonsense and the fakeness and the you know what I'm saying? Like so I get this. Now when you can't see your grandkids, I absolutely so I totally get it if it was up to me. So I get it. I absolutely get it. But you know what it is? It's easier to blame others than to blame yourself.
Oh yeah. It's easier. It's definitely easier to do this than to go.
No, of course. It's of course. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when it comes to me, I have that the luxury and the curse of knowing where I went wrong in life. Some people look at their life and be like, how did I get to this point? I know how I got to this point. I had a crossroads. It was meeting my kid's mom. If I could have either ignored her and continued on with my potential and been successful, or this life that I'm living now. Am I blaming her for the reality that I have right now? Absolutely not. These are cards that I dealt myself for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I blame her for a lot of things that she personally did do, but my reality was my choice. So I'm not sitting here blaming her for how, air quotes, sucky my life may be, or how I am the walking bottom of a dreamer deferred. That's just me. But I recognize that was the twilight of my life, and I had a big decision to make, and what is the meme? You chose poorly, and that's it. And I've been making the best of it ever since. But then there's a time when her home life was falling apart. I don't know when is it not falling apart? Whatever. And she was hell bent on blaming my children. You're not getting along with your stepfather. You're misbehaving. You, especially my oldest. Okay. And I'm just like, and I remember she was so hell bent on it. We went to a psychiatrist. I'm talking about a bald, white-haired old guy, cozy room with a chair, degrees and certifications placard all across the wall. This man was like, he knew his shit. Paid a $75 copay for literally a 15-minute meeting. Son went in there and said, and I said, okay. And I warned her, I said, listen, because I know my son was fine. You know what I'm saying? I warned her. I said, listen, when this falls apart, enough is enough. But she was okay. Her therapist told her this is a good guy for him to see. Calls us in minutes later. How can I help you with this young man? I said, I'm here for moral support. He said, for mom or for son? I said, for son. And he asked questions. Dad, you have any complaints? No. Any complaints at school? No. Okay, well, mom, you have complaints. What are the complaints? It was normal teenage bullshit, right? And he said something to her that I will never forget. And I've said this to her, I said it to her over and over again. He said, um, you have a fine kid, very good kid. I mean, besides the little speech impediment that he can do with speech therapy, he's fine. I don't even feel comfortable labeling him as anything. I said, Mom, if he says, Mom, if the only issues are coming from your side, he said, you have to look at yourself
Mm-hmm.
and the environment that you've created that is fostering this behavior in him. God bless me for being reserved, because I would have been like, hooray!
I know inside you were like, I told you, I told
Okay,
you.
so I buried my face in my son's back, trying to bite back laughter, because I said this to her for years. Your chaos, inconsistencies, whatever. But she was hell bent on saying, well, the boys are the problem, because no, the boys know peace with me and they know chaos with you. So of course they're reacting negatively to their own to their own area that you have, and that's what it was. And I will never forgive her for trying to blame our kids for part of the reason why her marriage and her home life was a piece of shit. No, I'll never forgive her for this bullshit. You see? Because it's easier to be like, well, he's not getting along with my kids. Well, it's because they're not his kids. It's a hell of a thing to ask a man to raise another man's two kids when he probably all he wanted to do is get it in, and then to have two more kids. He has his own kids, so of course he's gonna favor his own kids. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I would never do that because I'm a real man. He's a piece of shit. But this is what I'm talking about. But because that was one of the focal points, your boys don't respect me, your boys and whatever. You're trying to blame them for the chaos in your home life, especially my oldest, who you successfully had them put a label on. Come on, give me a fucking break. It was you. It was you, was him, was you, was him, was you, was them. You know what I'm saying? So it is way easier to blame others than to look internally and say, you know what, I'm kind of messed up, or I can do better. That's all you got to do. I think my mouse dead. Okay, let's see what we got left. Number 13. We're done. And finally, oh look, it's about a dad. And finally, this dad who threatens to stalk his own child. I got into a dispute with my dad, and he was trying to tell me that I owe him $30,000. I decided that I was finally done with dealing with him, so I just ghosted him. Now he's saying he's gonna come and stake out my apartment. Okay. Well, let's see. What is okay? Well, all right. So and he texts. I tried to call you. You're ignoring me. Hello? Are you getting my messages? Last chance to call me, or I'll be waiting on your doorstep if I don't get a response. That's intense. But what if she really does? Well, he or she really does owe the $30,000. You know what I'm trying to say? What is it for? Is it for school? Are you being charged for like rent or time that you spend in the house, kind of thing, which is kind of dickish. So I need more context before I judge this man. I need to know where the 30,000 is coming from. Where is that coming from? And why did you just ghost him as opposed to coming to a conclusion that this isn't going to work out, or I'm not giving it to you, or whatever it is? I need more context. I do. I don't know if I'd go as far as I'm coming to your motherfucking apartment unless you really, really fucked me. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave you money for like my prostate cancer treatment and you took it away. You know what I'm trying to say? Like what? There's got to be a reason why this man is taking it to this extreme for $30,000. Something had to have happened. I'm sorry. I won't cast judgment on this yet. I need more context.
My issue is the stalking is just it's a bad way to go, because let's just say this is a daughter, right? Okay, who doesn't share the last name,
right?
You know how very easily you can get arrested for something so stupid as this.
True. Or there's a more appropriate legal way to handle it. Take them to small claims court. If you really feel this way, go to court about it. Go to Judge Judy.
Or just hey, I haven't spoken to my child in so long. Call your local police department, be like, I need a wellness check. They'll happily do that. And then the police come, knock on the door, you're there, and then child opens the door and it's like, oh, we received a call that we're just doing a welfare check, blah blah blah, everything's good, everything's out, you're alive, okay, mom, now it's your turn. And the father's like, hey, so about that money.
Yeah, you're right. That's a very passive aggressive way to do it. That's very passive aggressive. But I would say this, I wouldn't fight with you. If this is legitimate and I can prove this shit, I'm going to go to court.
Small claims court. Yeah, you can do that.
And it would work out. You don't have to go through all of this. This is immature.
That's immature.
Your parent is immature. You really want this stuff? I had a coworker who had an ex that owed her, or some people probably still does. I don't know. We don't really talk like that anymore. Owed her tens of thousands of dollars. And she's like, blah, 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 blah. These are loans, blah, blah, blah. Where's my money? Blah, blah, blah. You supposed to give it back to me. I even asked for increments, $50 a month, like anything, just to start whittling it down. And this motherfucker would refuse. And she would want to I want to try and get him deported. I want to get all this stuff. And I would look at her and say, listen, I get the revenge, but you have two choices: write him off or take him to court. But all that extra stuff, understand, and this is what I'm saying, this is why I don't ever visit really vengeance upon anybody, even those that I really, 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 really want to see hurt, because vengeance is a double-edged sword. It'll hit them and it'll hit you, because of the negativity. So I don't ever promote getting vengeance, because you know what? I believe in karma. I do. I believe that it comes back around. I also believe that most times you won't know it came back around. It's not meant for us. Oh, yeah. It's not meant to satisfy us. It's meant to punish them, whether they know what they did or not. So, I say just go to court and prove it then. If you can't prove it, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. So, that's what I would say about this situation is if you can't go to court with it, which means you don't have proof, then you got to let it go.
Yep.
Yeah, I let it go.
Write it off as a loss and then continue living on with your life.
That's right. And just make sure you don't put yourself in a position. Learn from the lesson. Just with that person, don't put yourself in a position again. Simple as that.
Exactly.
Well, that's the 13th one. It was all about moms, about two dads.
Sorry, moms. This wasn't meant to
It was 3 dads, 9 moms and 1 aunt. That's a shame. That was not what this is about. But it's funny because it's just a bunch of toxic examples of motherhood, which is really funny because you don't typically expect that. But but that's it. That's 13 toxic parents, or 13 toxic, 9 moms, 3 dads, and 1 aunt, will make you feel really grateful for your semi-normal family. Final thoughts before we wrap this up, Saga?
Seek therapy.
Yes.
Apparently everybody needs therapy in every situation.
Everybody needs a little cup KFC. So
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah,
that's right.
I like chicken. Chicken's great.
I like chicken.
Yeah, I get it. So, but yeah, everybody needs to seek therapy. That was a lot,
Yeah. It's intense. It's a little intense.
I'm glad none of I never really had to deal with this in my adult life. Obviously,
you heard that. You heard that the asterisk in adult life. You put a little asterisk in there. I have to deal with this asterisk in my adult life.
Because listen, like I said, a lot of it's happened to me growing up. A lot of it's I'm very familiar with it. I dealt with it a couple of times in my adult life, but as an adult, you can very easily just walk away from it. Whereas as a child,
the beauty of it.
Yeah, as a child, you still have to deal with it in some way, shape, or form. And you're like, okay, I got to see my mom again. Hi, mom. Remember last year when you told me to go kill myself? I forgive you, maybe.
I may forgive you, baby. As long as you don't do it again, or at least to someone else. Tell me to burn in hell. That'd be great.
God, yeah, so. Everybody needs therapy, man. There's something's wrong there when unless it's a really, really bad thing, like Jason said earlier, if you really earned that cross, there's something going on there. You got a lot of anger issues.
Yeah, there's a lot more. It's a lot more. There's a lot more. than that. But that's it for Last of the Nice Guys. I'm Jason.
And I'm Manny.
And thank you for your time.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.